Battle of the Coral Sea. Fact about the battle was between the Japanese Navy, Air Force versus US. It was from 4 to 8 May 1942. Took place in the Coral Sea. The Battle of the Coral Sea was the first aircraft carrier battle ever fought. At no stage the ships sight, make contact or fire at each other. All attacks were carried out by airplanes, and the result was considered a tactical victory for the Japanese and a strategic victory for the US and Australia. The death toll in the Battle of Coral Sea. Allied forces lost 543 soldiers, Japanese lost around 1,074 sailors, and 8 ships sunk and 161 aircraft destroyed, and 1,622 men were killed in a battle that should never be forgotten. The beginning of the battle. The Japanese were into capturing land. They wanted to capture Port Moresby, and they also wanted to capture New Guinea. US wanted to stop the Japanese expansion. Who fought? The US was against Japan. Attack was completely by planes and air forces. US wasn't prepared for the attack, and Japan didn't hesitate in attacking the US. The Japanese plan. The first trial is taking over the Coral Sea, then taking full access to northern Australia, next taking over New Guinea, and last building a base in New Guinea. Fighting back. The US attacked with destroyers and submarines, but at first it was successful. Then the Japanese sank the destroyers. Significance of the war. It was the first failure for Japan in World War II. The battle stopped Japan invasion from Port Moresby. The Allies had stopped Japanese advance, and the battle was significant for two main reasons. It was the first time in World War II that the Japanese experienced failure in a major operation, and the battle stopped the Japanese seaborne invasion of Port Moresby, as I mentioned before. Guns was packed in a pair of 7.7 mm machine and two 20 mm cannons, and the Japanese fleet carriers Shokaku and Zuikaku each had 21 Zeeks on board, and the light carrier Shoho added 12 more. A Douglas SBD Dauntless assigned a VS-2 on USS Lexington in flight. Named Lady Lex had 36 of these planes at the Coral Sea. Results of the battle. Both Japan and the US suffered from heavy losses. The two air forces designated from the area. Japan was prevented from expansion. American confidence was boosted, resulted in a Japanese tactical victory. Thank you.